Sub Zombos and Zombit. Call of Duty released a new mode with 3 new maps and 1 person with a ray gun, and I'm gonna say if it's worth your time or should you just play regular zombies or MWZ zombies. So one of the good things is this looks like a zombies mode for the most part. We'll get onto that in a bit. But the skyboxes look amazing, looks otherworldly, kind of like Revelations in the Dark Aether does. Along with its amazing skyboxes and visuals, it has a decent gameplay because it's running off of MW3, so it isn't slow and you're moving fast, and the ray gun is fun to use. The fact that it's a one shot is good, but there is some things that need to be like buffed for the player when you have the ray gun, because it still has splash damage, so maybe like give it PhD, maybe jug, and a little bit of stamina up to make it so you can actually compete against these sweaty nerds tryharding for the camo. Something else I noticed for the ray gun is that they nerfed its fire rate worse than it is in MW3 zombies. So if you're trying to full auto, just don't. You will have better just spamming your trigger button. A good thing about this as well is I really like the maps names. It's like a freaking pun, like Sporyard, Tetanus for Russ, and Satan's Quarry for Quarry. Well, Quarry there isn't anything. It's just the added Satan because it looks like it's in the freaking game. Okay, now to Rust. I love this map because of how small it is, and it's not like so small to the point where it's like you're getting shot left and right like it is on Shipment, because this has verticality, so you can shoot from up and down, up to down, and this map, and unlike Sporyard, which it is still small, but it isn't as small as this map, I feel like you will not run into run into someone at all because of how small the map is. Because it's Sporyard, you could everyone be on the left side, no one, and you have to walk all the way through those scraps. But here, you're just fighting everybody. You're eventually bound to kill the guy with the ray gun at least once. But since there's so much people, you don't get to use it that much, especially when they're like knifing and all shooting the ray gun guy. And one bad thing I hate about this map is the freaking skybox. This has one of the best gameplay of this game. Like this game mode, it is the best on Rust. But the skybox and like the green vibe is kind of just ugly. Like it has a cool like eclipse, but that's it. I feel like the future gray and green does not look well together. It looks like I'm watching like cyberpunk, but this time like they're all on heroin instead of like stuff in their mind. One of the worst things about this mode is that it's on Quarry, one of the biggest maps from MW2, probably right next to State and Derail, but without 10v10 on this map, it is garbage. And this is up to 10 players, so you're dealing with half the thing on the huge size of this. It's so big and there's so many buildings, people can just camp with a ray gun. It's not fun on this, just because of how the map was designed in multiplayer being big and for 10v10, when this is a 1v9 but everyone's against themselves. It is so bad. Like there is elevation in Rust, which is good, but this time it feels like there's so much, it's confusing me. One of the bad things, which this is not like me trying to say, but I wish, but they do not have the time on this game to barely make it themselves, let alone make new maps for it. This game was made in 16 months. And they could have made at least, I don't know, one new map to come with this, but like they didn't, and because of the fact that it didn't, like it's not designed for this. None of the maps are designed for freefall. They just have it on there, and let alone for a ray gun. So because of that, it suffers because none of it was thought in mind. It has a cool vibe, but the map design is not good for Saints Quarry in general. But I feel like for Tetanus as well. But it's alright on Tetanus. It's not as bad as it is here. One really bad thing, this game did not feel like it launched ready on Sporeyard. There's a spawn where you're stuck. You can get out, but you have to prone, but that should not be a thing you have to do this, because it's broken. This should never happen again in any game ever. And my friend had trouble, he couldn't even see the event tab, so he doesn't even know how far he is to get in the camo, and I'm like 2/3 of the way there, and the game mode launched like 3 hours ago. But in conclusion, is this worth playing? Yes, only for like 5 to 10 matches. After that, you're just playing the same thing on the same maps over and over, and the same kids keep on getting the ray gun over and over because of skill-based matchmaking. But yes, this is worth playing like a couple matches on. It's not the best thing in the world, but it's not the worst.